Hey guys, so this week's enhancement, we were told to make the databases and make the connection and everything to make sure like everything's all connected and working. And so this was our enhancement 2 activity. And so the first thing that we were asked to do was to obviously make sure these things were created, the Acme database, as well as making our proxy user. So if I went back to my database, actually, I'm gonna make this bigger real quick. Sorry. Go back to the server and then going to user account. Here is my proxy user, and here's all the privileges that the proxy user can use. And this is the Acme database that we have, and the individual uh, tables and all the things within the tables. So um, going into the SQL statements, we have our, let's open up the text file that has all the SQL statements in it. So these were the SQL statements we were asked to do and to run within our SQL, the PHP myadmin. So the first one we were asked to do was to insert a new client into the clients table, and this one was Tony Stark. And I've already done it, so I don't know if it would allow me to do it again. But if we were to try it out, it would probably tell me it wouldn't work since it's already there. But let's try it. So I just copied it. I'm going to paste it into here where we can write our queries. And if I press go, so a new row was inserted. Obviously, we don't really want two of the same one, so I'm just going to delete this one real quick because we don't need it. And then the next part of it was to modify Tony Stark's record to change it to client level 3. And so that code was this right here, was to just update the client level. And so we had to update from the clients table, set it to where um, you want to update or you want to raise the level to 3 instead of 1. And for the query to know which column to affect, you had to specify where. And I chose to use the client ID because that was the most unique out of anything else within uh, the the rows here, or I guess it'd be the rows. So I chose where client ID equals 1, and this allows the database to know, okay, so look for within the clients table to look at client ID number 1 and to change the client level for that to 3. So that's the result of that. Next part, we were asked to modify nylon rope record to read climbing rope, and it will change any instances of nylon rope to climbing rope. So that code that I wrote or for the query was this right here. It's also another update statement. And using the replace keyword, you put in whatever keyword that you want to that's that you want to replace, I believe. And the second part was the actual word or string that you want to replace, and the third part was what you want to replace it with. And that can be shown uh, right here. So climbing rope right there. It used to be nylon rope, now it's climbing rope. So that works. Obviously, this part still says nylon rope. So I didn't completely get everything, which was my fault. So it's because I specified for this part to just set it within the inventory name, I believe. So it only looked within inventory name. Um, so yeah, where inventory name is, that includes nylon. So I should have somehow included everything within the inventory just so it could look for that. That's okay. Um, Try and learn from my mistakes. Next part was to use the inner join to join the inventory name field and the category name field, and to put the items in the miscellaneous category. So this one confused me a lot. It still does. I still don't really know uh, what it should do. It didn't. I wasn't able to get the 7 records that should be returned as a result. Um, so yeah, if I was to run it, this is what I wrote, by the way. Because I didn't know where miscellaneous was. So just let you guys see what would happen. It returned an empty result set. So that one I was really confused with. So if you guys could help me with that, that'd be great. Next was to delete the Koenigsegg CCX car from the database. So that one was a delete statement. So this it's specifying where am I deleting from. I'm deleting from the inventory table. So from this table, and the car, it was in between the instant hole and the anvil. So it was the inventory ID of 7. So what I did to delete that whole row was to just say it's from the inventory table, delete it where the inventory ID equals 7. And so the database went through, it found 7 within the inventory ID of 7 within the inventory table and deleted the entire row. So that's the SQL statements. And then our second part was to build a database connection file. So in NetBeans, if I made this, okay, so this is my connection file. It's within the library folder within our Acme, and this is what it looks like. And so if it worked, we would it would return a blank screen which shows that the connection worked, which is great. And if it didn't work, it would show something like this. Um, and that was linking this 500p PHP. So I created that just using the template that we use for our Acme project, and just inserting in this header and this paragraph. So if I was to just kind of break that connection, if I broke that connection, then it should display something like this. So let's go ahead and run it. And the site is not secure. Go to the web page. There you go. Server error. Sorry, the server has experienced a problem. So that was breaking the connection, and that allowed us to see that 500.php file. And so yeah, that is my enhancement too. There were a few things that I wasn't really able to complete or do to the exact order we needed to, but that that's what I did, and hopefully, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. I definitely need it. So thank you.